So from this picture, a lot of you probably aware of what this is, or at least what it looks like. This is a DT number 1. This particular model of the watch is called DT8 Ultra Max. It comes with a 2.1 inches display, which we will talk about in a minute, and it uses a Wear Pro app to connect it to your phone. Currently, this watch retails on AliExpress roughly for about $28 to $32 with free shipping, okay? So, my version came with the watch that looks like this, okay? Came with this very standard Apple Watch strap. On top of things, you get a user manual, which comes in English and Chinese only. My watch came with a secondary silicone strap, with another strap, which is nylon strap, with yet another nylon strap, with a little silicone bumper to protect the watch, which is 100% original, so you could use it with original Apple Watch as well. It came with a screen protector, which is a real, not plastic, but actually a real Gorilla Glass as well. And it came with a wireless charger. All of this for $20 to $32 US. Everything that you've just seen a minute ago, okay, I've purchased from original, official DT number 1 store on AliExpress. I will leave a link down below to where I've purchased this particular watch, okay? This is DT8 Ultra Max. This is an updated version of a Apple Watch clone. So first of all, it's the display. The display has been enlarged. I've put a white watch face on purpose because I wanted to show you the actual bezel. The gaps, they've been minimized a lot, okay? So the actual screen surface that is usable has now been extended. This is a 2.1 inches across screen with a resolution of 420 by 485 pixels. The watch comes with an IP rating, which is IP68, so don't dream of taking it into a shower or swimming pool or taking it for a swim somewhere in the ocean, because chances are you'll probably ruin it, okay? But a simple splash of water, a sudden rain or things like that, you know, sweat, shouldn't do any harm to this watch whatsoever. The only reason why I'm saying that is because although it's advertised as a waterproof and within the sports activities there's a swimming and all those things, but with all of these holes that are available on all of the sides of this watch, you know, the chances are the water will get into it and it'll probably ruin it for you. The watch comes with a battery, which is 380 milliamp battery. Now, if you use it extensively, a lot, every single day, you use it to call people, to receive phone calls, text messages, you constantly turn your screen on and off and on and off, and you do certain things on the watch, and be prepared that the watch will drain the battery within a day. It'll be gone. If you use it as a fitness tracker, however, you can extend the battery life all the way up to 5 to 6 working days from one charge. Yeah, it is possible. Now, inside of the watch, you'll find a chipset, which is RTK8762DK, which is a Realtek chipset. I think this is the last time you'll probably see it on the watch because it's got its own limitations and you'll see it within the animation and all those things, but I think it's performing pretty good for the price. Also, watch comes with 2 Bluetooth modules. One Bluetooth module is primarily to connect it to your phone, and the secondary Bluetooth module is to allow you to make phone calls only, okay? So you've got 2 different Bluetooth modules. Now, good news is that both of the Bluetooth modules been upgraded to Bluetooth 5.0, meaning that the battery drainage has been minimized a lot, because the later Bluetooth modules, generations, they tend to use battery a lot smarter. Now, I'm gonna just quickly show you the actual build quality of the watch closer to the camera. On the right side, you've got 2 physical buttons. One is a crown, which is rotatable, so you can actually rotate it to change your watch faces, for instance, if you wanted to, or scroll through menus and things like that, but you can also press it. There's also a button on that right side, which is for used for multifunctioning. So for instance, if you open a lot of different apps on your watch, you can press that and you can quickly jump to different settings, which I can demonstrate to you right now. So for instance, I can jump to any of those settings within a split second. On the right side, you've got 3 holes. Only one hole in the middle is used for microphone. Those 2 holes are fake. On your left side, you've got 2 holes. One of them is for microphone. This is a fake. And also you've got your speaker hidden underneath there, and your left button, which is by default set to give you access to your fitness activities. Now you can actually customize this usage of that button. So for instance, if you want to change it to something else, you're more than welcome to do that. Now at the rear of the watch, this is where you find the plastic cover, and you can see the quick release mechanism. On a lot of copies before, this was not available. Now it's a standard feature, so all of the copies now come with a quick release mechanism. All you have to do is you just press the button and you move your strap away. Now to replace the strap, all you have to do is you just feed it back in until it clicks. Once it's clicked, that's it. It sits there solid and you can't take it out. Jumping into main features of the watch, so for instance like quick access settings and all those things. So what we'll do is scrolling from top to bottom, it gives you access to your quick settings, so like brightness, torch, general settings. These 3 droplets here is for when the water gets into your speaker. If you activate that option, what it does, it activates the speaker and the vibrator inside, the vibrating module, and it will push the water out. It will push the water out of the speaker grill. Now, this option here allows you to activate your voice assistant by double tapping the screen. Whenever it's either off like completely or you're on the main screen, you just double tap the screen and the voice assistant of your operating system on your phone will appear. So for instance, like on Android, it'll be Google Assistant, on iOS, it'll be Siri. This icon here allows you to activate or deactivate the option where the screen comes on by you literally just rotating your wrist. This is in do not disturb mode. If that's not enough, okay, or there's something within this menu that you don't ever, like you're not gonna ever use, all you have to do is just press that plus button down the bottom. Once you've done that, the existing icons will have a minus sign. So basically to take it away. So for instance, if I don't need the do not disturb mode on here, I just press minus and it gets deleted. Now, if you want to add any of these options down below, you can. So you just scroll through and you find something that might be relevant to you. So for instance, like a screen lock with a pin number, or alarm clocks, or the no disturb modes and things like that. You just press the plus and it will be added to your main menu. Once you're done with it, just swipe away, come back to that menu, and that's it. It will be added to your quick access menu here, okay? Now, if you scroll from left to right, it gives you a rather long list, a long menu. So for instance, you can see a remaining battery charge, voice assistant icon here. You've got your latest heart rate reading, blood pressure reading, and things like that. You can jump into your text messages here as well. You can ring people from here. You've got your music control there, and you'll see a common used applications here as well for a quick access to them as well. If you scroll from right to left, that gives you access to your physical achievements. Then you've got your heart rate sensor monitoring here. You've got your ECG monitoring here, and if you wanted to add anything to this menu, you just press plus and you choose any of these here available, like weathercast and things like that, and you can just easily add it to this menu and it will be permanently stored there. If you scroll from bottom to top, that gives you access to your main menu. So within here, you've got things like physical activities, ringing people. In order for you to activate a secondary Bluetooth module, you jump into this menu, you press open, it will say activated. Now you have to go to your phone settings, Bluetooth settings, scroll all the way down, and you will find something called phone call. You press on that and it will connect to your secondary Bluetooth module, and from there onwards you can just call people from your watch, no problem whatsoever. There's no SIM card in this watch, so unfortunately you have to have it connected to your phone in order to make phone calls. You've got your physical activities, which I'll quickly demonstrate to you here. I'll scroll through and you can see all the physical activities that are available within the watch, okay? Amongst which you'll find swimming, but I would not recommend to take this watch for swimming unless if you're prepared to risk it, okay? This is your phone book, like if you want to store any contacts, you have to add those via the application, which I will show you later on. There's a compass available within the watch because there's a built-in GPS module inside of the watch as well. I would not 100% rely on this compass. It will give you a rough idea of where you're heading. However, if you have to be precise, please do not use that, okay? All of the heart rate readings and things like that. Weathercast shows you weather for 5 days, so today and the next 4 days. You also got things like stopwatch and a timer. You can easily activate it and use it. However, you cannot exit the screen. You have to stay on the screen whilst it's doing its thing. You can find your phone if you've lost it. Once you've pressed it, it will vibrate and it will alarm the phone, so it's easier for you to find. Female health tracking here. Also, you can set up different alarms for every single day of the week, different alarms and all those things, so that's quite good. You've got your world clock as well, so for instance, if you want to check the time in different countries, you could do that easily through here. And also another feature that I wanted to mention is the menu style. So right now you can see the menu style looks like this, and this is what's called a waterfall style. If you scroll all the way down to this icon here, which looks like a butterfly, you can choose between 11 different watch face styles, okay? Menu styles, sorry, not watch face styles, but menu styles. So if we go to first one, I'm gonna have to exit this menu and I'll show you. First of all, you can see the actual animation, because this is an updated version of the clone, so it'll have a slightly better animation. Now, if I press twice on the crown, it will change the menu style to different menu style. Now you can see a list. If I do it again, what I would like to do now is I'll quickly demonstrate to you some of the settings. So first of all, it's very important for a lot of people is what language is available within the watch. So if we jump into that, I'll just slowly gonna scroll through, have a look at the languages that are available within the watch. Rest assured, main languages that are spoken in the world obviously will be added here, but there are some languages that are not very common. So once you've seen those languages, you can be sure that the watch will work for you as well. Second of all is dial switch. This is the different watch faces. I've shown you some of the, I don't think I've shown you, no. I'll show you some of the watch faces available within the watch itself. So now I've deactivated the lock, so I can actually change the watch faces by rotating the crown. This one is actually multifunctioning. You can see that the compass is working. There's another one that looks like this. There's another one. A few more. And we're back to standard watch face. In order for you to lock the watch face, because if you don't want for watch face to constantly keep on changing like this, okay, all you have to do, long press the screen, wait until this menu pops up, and all you have to do is see that little lock down the bottom, press on it. That's it. Now, you won't be able to change the watch face by using this crown. And also you're gonna have to long press the screen and deactivate the lock in order to change the watch face. So if we go back to settings real quick, screen on, bedside lamp, if you turn that option on, that means whenever you're going to connect the charger, if you put your watch sideways, the little green screen will come on. So like the green time will show the actual time, and there will be like a green date, which doesn't use the screen as intensively, and you can leave it on for the duration of charge, like for instance through the night, and you'll be able to see the time during night, but it doesn't disturb your sleep, if you know what I mean. And then screen time off, the maximum you can choose is 20 seconds. So the screen will stay on without you interacting with it for 20 seconds, okay? Now, if we go on, vibration intensity, you've got 3 different levels. Number 3 is the only one that you can use. The other 2, I can't feel them at all. Power saving is there just in case if you're running out of battery, activate that and it will actually extend your battery life a bit further. Ringtones, I'm not going to demonstrate, but you can actually hand-pick ringtones out of 4 for incoming phone calls, text messages and alarms on the watch as well. Key set. This button on the left in this menu, you can choose absolutely anything you want, weather, music. And I thought music was one of the best because whenever you listen to music a lot, if you wanted to skip a track, all you have to do is you just put the music on, okay, in this menu, and it will now be assigned to that button. So all I have to do now is whenever I'm walking outside and I want to skip the track and I don't want to use my headphones, tap on my headphones, because half the time tapping the headphones is hit and miss. Now all I have to do is you just press that button, skip a track, press that button, carry on walking. Easy peasy. You don't have to pull out your phone, you don't have to tap on your headphones, you can use your watch. Easy. And that's basically pretty much all of it to talk about this watch. What I want to do now is the only thing I will be able to demonstrate is the way the microphone sounds. Unfortunately, I don't have a second phone with me today, so I won't be able to demonstrate how loud the speaker gets, but it is loud enough, trust me. If you find yourself somewhere outside with a lot of traffic, lots of people around you, you'll be able to hear the person on the phone quite clearly with this speaker. And while you're then we'll jump into Wear Pro app, and within the Wear Pro app I'll show you certain settings and watch faces and things like that, and then we're going to come back and we're going to summarize today's video for you. This is a quick demonstration of how the microphone will sound, and it's pretty close to my mouth, but that's what you would probably expect to do anyway. And that's how my voice sounds in fairly loud conditions, actually.
And I'm speaking absolutely calmly, and like I'm not shouting or anything like that. That's my normal voice, and that's what you should expect from this watch.
Right, so let's have a quick look at the Wear Pro app. We are watching, we're gonna synchronize, yeah, it's synchronizing in lifetime all the information to our watch. Gonna wait for it to be completed, takes only but a second. That's it, the watch is now connected. So on the very first page, you'll find things like your physical activities and things like that. And it's all very standard, right? So nothing to shout about, nothing to be excited about, but it's like just generally just shows you things, you know, that happening on your watch. The thing that I was really excited about is what I found by pure accident. It was right down the bottom, it says exercise classes. If you click on that, it takes a few seconds for it to load. You have an absolutely free fitness app which is fantastic. Fat burning, for instance, for males, right? So it will tell you what physical exercises you have to do, how to do them correctly, how long to do them for, and you can start the training. It will change between the different screens, and you can just follow these repetitions on a daily basis or once a week or twice a week, and you can keep the track of things like, you know, how much body fat you're losing. It's just fantastic, and it's all free. And if you look at all the courses, there are absolutely tons of them, and it's all free. On the second page, you've got your physical activities like sport tracking. So for instance, if I want to go for a run, for instance, I can go for a run and I can choose between outdoor or indoor, cycling, walking, climbing, and things like that. That will manually activate a GPS module, as well as you can keep a track of it on your screen as well. If we jump into our device settings, so I'm gonna go back to watch faces in just a second, but here you can use your watch as a remote control to take pictures of yourself if there's no one around to ask for, or you just don't want it to do. Now you can activate for incoming calls and text messages to be sent to your phone. For app notifications, if you jump into the settings, you've got all of these social medias here. If that's not enough, or social media of your choice is missing from the list, all you have to do is you just have to toggle the others, and that will allow for absolutely all the information from your phone to be passed onto your watch. Now you've got things like heart rate monitoring settings. You know, it's up to you to fiddle with that, and you've got your QR code for payments and whatnot. It's a different story. This is where you can add your frequent contacts. All the way up to 2,000 contacts can be saved onto your watch as well. So that's quite cool. Bluetooth call, tilt to wake is when the screen will come on, so you can do that. NFC activation, App Store, that's quite fun as well. All of these apps that you can see in this list, you can install and then will be added to your watch. This is the first time I've seen that being implemented like that. You've got your do not disturb mode settings, drink water reminder, firmware version update. Do that, by all means do that when you're going to get your watch, because obviously there will be an update, that's 100% sure. And finally, let's have a look at the watch faces. So if you click on that, it takes a second for it to load. You can scroll through watch faces available on the main screen, or you can jump into those categories as well at the top. So for instance, the one I prefer is the hot recommended. These watch faces seem to be the best to use with your watch. And if I just scroll through, there's quite a few of them available. You can just scroll through, and there will be more and more. And they are getting updated pretty much every single week. There's more watch faces being added. I'm pretty sure everyone will find a watch face of the choice. They're all free, you don't have to pay for it, so that's quite good. So yeah, very simple, very straightforward, very easy to use application. Lots of stuff, and like I said, I was really blown away with exercise classes on the first page. So I'm just going to quickly rotate this watch just so you can get a closer look at the build quality. I think the build quality is fantastic. You know, these clones are getting seriously good, and for the price, I think it's a really nice product. Now, things that I like about this watch and things that I'm not quite keen on: GPS and compass. You know, they're good to have, but they're not super accurate, so I wouldn't rely on those. Screen is a decent size, you know, settings, menu styles and things like that, you know, they're quite good. Now, it would have been nicer to have an AMOLED display on this watch, and it would have been nicer to have an always-on display on this watch as well. So for instance, something like this, but to stay on at all the times. And you'll see it will deactivate itself in a split second, so that becomes useless. Otherwise, for $28 to $32, I think with free shipping from AliExpress, it's a fantastic buy. if you wanted something that looked like an Apple Watch. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for promoting this channel. I really appreciate all of your help, guys. If I've missed anything in this video, something that you're really curious about, don't hesitate. Comment down below in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer your question as soon as I possibly can. And I'll see you guys in the next one.